Hi guys and welcome to a new video from me. Today we talk about the TCG again, but not any format. I talk about the format, or for me personally just a format, the Go format. I could show you a boring whatever Go list, but I saw you something not so normal, something I really like to play. It's not really skill drain beatdown, it's more skill drain, chaos, control. So you see the list here. I'm gonna explain to you every card. The side deck is not that relevant, and extra deck like gold is even relevant anyways, since you can play your entire extra deck you can play any cards that exist in the extra deck. So yeah, so BLS and some sorcerer. Interesting enough, I built the deck around these two, or more this guy, because in my opinion this is the most powerful card in gold, and even if my strategy is around skill drain, I still want to have a Black Luster Soldier. So I thought, like, okay, let's get a lot of dark and light cards, which are firstly good, then secondly also beat stick, and third they are light or dark for BLS target. So really powerful cards. Then Breaker, really good card. It's a good card for all skill drain. It's a dark monster. It has solid attack points. Then a solid, even though it's not working with skill drain, it's still 1/7, 1/6 death. So with skill drain it's a good beta. Also just a really good solid card. Cleans out some problem cards for you. Then Dekoishi, 3 Dekoishi, you want to get early access to your skill drain and power card, so I think it's the most consistent. And again, 1400 attack points isn't that bad with skill drain against some monster. Then the own skill drain only, the Foresight Dragon and the Goblin Attack Force. This is really good because you can crash this into this in without skill drain, for example, and it can attack for game, and it's like a force, even though it's earth, and that's the only downside, but I play enough light and dark targets in my opinion. So this card, if you're not familiar with it, you can normally sound this card without two, but its original ATK and become half. If you have skill drain, it's become normal, so you have a 2/8 normal summon, which is really good in this format, and even if not, you have at least a 1/4 monster. Then Kaiko, like I said, really strong card, 1/8 dark, perfect. Then Magical Merchant and Fate, both only at 1, because I'm more likely to see this card than this. And Fate is only good in the mid game, not in the early first turn. I don't like this that much. Only if you already open great, it's really good first turn. And yes, I run multiple merchants back, but I like the Koishi just more because I needed more dark targets for these two, and it's worked better with skill drain. Then 3 Thunder Dragon, because I didn't had enough light targets. Like you see, I not really have that much light target, to be honest, only 5, but it's enough in my opinion, because you have a lot of discard cards and draw power and so on. Also your strategy it's really nice to have these two. So that's also why I play this. And if you play, you get these cards to the grave. Then two Book of Moons works good with the Koichi and these two. Also, funny enough, if you flip Faith, when you have skill drain, flip Faith, chain Book of Moon, book Faith again, you still get the effect. For example, also important Book of Moon against everything, against steel, uh, against mirror force or something. Just a good card. Even want to play two. Then one delinquent duo, don't have to explain, don't have to explain. Even though I play skill drain, I still want to have heavy storm for early, or even in the late game. Sometimes when you have BLS, you can just heavy storm and still use the effect for going for game or something. So I like MST backroom, don't have to explain. One nobleman, don't have to explain that much. Really powerful card, only one inside, because if you go on first, not that strong. Don't have to explain, best card in the format, more or less. This card's the best card, but this is you played everywhere, because why not drawing two cards? And then Burial, good cards. Even if you discover something, don't have skill drain, you get your Forza, you can recover this card, just great. Snatch Steal, don't have to explain. Two Upstart, I don't know why not so many people want it. They say it's because of life points and balance and blah blah blah, but it just really helps the consistency of the deck to get into your skill drain, to get into your BLS, to get in your Pot of Greed to your powerful card. In my opinion, gold format is the format where you try to get access as early as possible to BLS or Race for Charity, which then give you access to BLS. Then Core is the same with Burial, just a bit slower, but no life points cost. The Mirror Force, don't have to explain. Triple skill drain, really powerful card, negate everything, and yes, triple judgment to. This is a bit controversial. Triple judgment, because I want to negate the negator for skill drain, and even then it's really powerful card. One torrential and one does shoot. I like these options for going first a lot, even though I size them out when I go in second. I'm not that much into siding in Go format, I have to be honest. Like I said, this is just random. Like when I have to side in the second nobleman, or something like smashing one when I go in second, or backward removal when I play against stun, or this when I need some warrior monster. I also can play a normal trap which also negates spell and trap destruction, but I think judgment is enough. So the biggest downside of this deck is Ring of Destruction. You can get easily clapped by it because you pay life points with skill drain and judgment, and you have a big beater on the board. So this is more or less the only threat this deck has. And yes, so I don't think I have to show you any combo, because there aren't any combo. I can show you one game I did, and then it's already the end. So whoops, this is already the end of the tour. So yes, let's get into it. So my hand, wait, so now you see my hand. I even got Pot of Greed and Thunder Drain, and already have so much more cards. See, open with a T, really strong. I just want to set up. I have the Skill Drain. If this is a powerful thing, and there's not more I can do. I said 2 because the Book of Moon, even if he has Heavy Storm, it's still just a trade, so whatever I want to have. If I is this just get attack, or if he had anything, I just want to have. I don't really knew what he played, so I thought Satan was the best idea, and I still think that. Yes, Dust Tornado on Skill Drain, bad luck. Gets the Mirror Force, at least the good thing. He when you know your opponents have Mirror Force is less powerful. Yeah, and now the good thing, he don't know my deck list, so he don't know that this meant I have another one. Here I don't know if I should book this and then just attack over it, because now you can more or less loop it. But I thought this was a better idea to dig into your skill drain to get your fossil alive, or get early access to your BLS or sorcerer, because like I said, we have not a dark yet in the grave. And yeah, he gets another. You can do this again and again. So now I get Magician of Fate, and he flips again, and there, yeah. I thought like, okay, if he, I thought like, okay, just negate it. If he negated, I still have my Magician of Fate, because I didn't really have the turn without the skill drain, so I just said Magician of Fate. Unlucky MST, he gets a Snatch Steal. He said, which a bit surprised me, but it was probably the correct call. Then my turn, Magician of Fate. I get a pot, which is really powerful in this position. The third skill drain, which is a bit lucky, but it's more like he gets the skill drain out and I get the skill drains. I also got lucky. I don't know if he play wing, but he would have play wing, I think. Would be more difficult. Yeah, so here just bait something out. Set. So then skill drain. Then this. I just let him attack because I was like, okay, whatever. Oh no, yeah, on the summon I saw, okay, let's CT it. I was on the flip summon for Magician of Fate, not TT it because 500 damage. But another summon, and now that's why I didn't summon a monster, because now I can. Okay, I just said, but then this monster would go to grab anyways, and there's no need for that. Then the Assault, I play around it because I know there is a Mirror Force. The Kiko, good card like I said under skill drain, so I was a bit but yes, I have my fossil. The Mirror Force I have book, and I have my own Mirror Force, but even here I was like, okay, don't waste your Mirror Force. If you have a BLS or another monster which can outuse, you still have your out, so no need to rush it. Get into another big beater, and yeah. And like I said, Snatch Steal, I have the MST for it. I didn't say that, but I had the MST for Snatch Steal because I knew he had it, so the Mirror Force for the BLS, and yes, with Judgment there wasn't really any danger anymore. So his turn, he said, I'm not really impressed, I have the Judgment, so for the TT, but and I knew he don't have Mirror Force anymore, so I just gone for the attack. But I would play it other if I didn't have Judgment, I think. And yes, that's game. Then siding. I just click next play each time because fast forward is, in my opinion, too fast to explain stuff. So this hand again really good with the delinquent duel. You just make +1. You have the fate to recover it. You have your setup with the skill drain and a sword with a bit steel. Beta, your opponents have Kiko is bad because this has a lot of attack. But I have my Book of Moon and I only have to get into my Foresight Dragon or Goblin. Attack. So you get the Serpent again, Metamorphose, but I have the out again. And yes, sadly there I had the idea in the starting hand to have the skill drain plus fate or whatever combo, but here I could flip it already up. I was like, okay, when I get another Book of Moon, I can do a lot of damage if I just set it. But the next turn I got the Pot of Greed. I still don't know if I should have let's set it, but I just flip it up to push for damage with this card. The good thing, Magician of Feather more attacks than Servant. Then T set it again, doesn't have a lot of place. TT, I now knew, okay, if it counts I still have my stuff. So Burial, because Call is better because if he have anything I can survive one more turn at least. And yes. And this is maybe a bit risky, but better faster than ever. Yeah, so this for the replay. This is the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed the video and yes, goodbye.